And it's all my fault, because I gave him our code to fix the carpet.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have.
Okay.
And he was inside.
January 27th, 2020, El Paso County, Colorado. 11-year-old Gannon Stauch was reported missing by his stepmother, Letecia. She told deputies he had gone to a friend's house, but no neighbor saw him leave.
Your name? Ida. Please tell me, sir. What happened? I didn't know if I'm supposed to call emergency, not emergency service, but my phone says you all at 6 o'clock and it's almost 7. And we went to like one friend's house and what he's going to do to the friend's house and they said he wasn't there and the other one said he never came there. Well, I don't know any other people calling out, and I talked to my husband, so I told him I don't know anyone else.
And no security camera ever captured him walking down the street.
Right now, breaking news in the past hour, a mother makes an emotional plea for help finding her son. He's been missing longer than 3 days.
Deputies launched a search immediately. Patrol cars swept the area. Officers knocked on doors, questioning neighbors one by one.
I hope so that we find him and that we know that he could be safe and come home safe.
Helicopters circled the ridges while volunteers spread into open fields, creek beds, and wooded trails. The search grew to hundreds of people. Flyers with Gannon's face appeared at gas stations, storefronts, and schools. His father, serving with the National Guard, rushed home and spoke directly to the public. Through tears, he begged for help. "Please, keep searching for my son." But while the community poured its heart into the search,
The FBI has now joined the search for a missing 11-year-old boy in El Paso County. Gannon Stauch disappeared Monday on his way to a friend's house. Neighbors have already spent the week looking for the boy and hanging blue ribbons in his honor.
Little man, mommy's hero, wherever you're at, mommy and daddy's here. We're begging and pleading for you to come home.
Letecia stepped in front of cameras herself. She repeated that she wanted Gannon home.
We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you, and we hope that you come home soon.
She denied any involvement, but her words felt stiff, her tone strangely calm.
Gannon Stauch's stepmother, Letecia, says her family is heartbroken and insists she had nothing to do with his disappearance.
I would never, ever hurt this child. And I know there's some questions out there about, okay, so tell me what happens. That's up to the investigations when they end up letting you guys know.
Detectives studying her interview noticed what many in the public also saw: a stepmother who seemed more concerned with herself than the boy who was missing. As days stretched into weeks, investigators grew more suspicious. A warrant was issued for the family's home. Inside, they discovered bloodstains on the garage floor, more in Gannon's bedroom. Lab tests confirmed it was his.
That began in Gannon's bedroom, led them all the way down to the garage.
They found bloodstains on Gannon's mattress and blood spatter on a light socket near his bed.
And the amount of blood was staggering. Detectives knew they were no longer searching for a missing child. They were investigating a murder. Letecia scrambled for explanations. At first, she claimed a man she knew had taken Gannon. Later, she said she had been kidnapped.
She claimed that a Hispanic man named Eduardo had come to the house, raped her, and kidnapped him.
Then she claimed she was assaulted and forced to drive. Every version collapsed under scrutiny. Each story contradicted the last. Investigators dug deeper. They pulled GPS data from her car. The route she had taken didn't trace local errands or trips across town. It stretched hundreds of miles, across state lines. March 2020, Florida, near the Escambia River Bridge. Deputies searching the water spotted a suitcase. They pulled it to shore.
And that's when we lowered down to the ground, we remembered that we had seen the suitcase. We finished up our inspection and then went back to the suitcase.
And why did you go back to the suitcase?
Pure curiosity.
Inside were human remains. Dental records confirmed it was Gannon.
I reached out for the handle and immediately noticed it was very, very heavy. And I looked back and remember telling Matt, I said, I don't know what's in this. I said, and the first thing I remember seeing was just 2 little feet and that had little football socks on them.
The autopsy revealed the full horror. The boy had been stabbed, beaten, shot. The brutality shocked even experienced investigators who had seen everything before.
2 weeks after her arrest, Gannon Stauch's body was found in a suitcase that was left under a bridge in Pensacola, Florida.
News of the discovery spread across Colorado. The searches ended. Vigils replaced them. Candles burned in memory of a boy who would never return home.
Support poured in shades of blue, Gannon's favorite color. Some coming to Colorado from the East Coast on verdict day.
Within days, Letecia was arrested in South Carolina. She was extradited back to Colorado. Her mugshot appeared across national broadcasts. She pleaded not guilty. Her attorneys claimed insanity. 3 years later, the case finally went to trial. The courtroom was filled with reporters, attorneys, and family members waiting for answers. Jurors watched Letecia's interviews and saw how her story changed again and again. They examined photos of the blood evidence inside the house. They reviewed maps showing the GPS trail that led investigators directly to Florida. Prosecutors laid out the suitcase, the autopsy findings, and the deception that followed Gannon's disappearance. The state argued that Letecia attacked the boy in a fit of rage, tried to clean up the scene, and then drove across the country to dispose of his body. The defense countered with claims of insanity, insisting she was detached from reality and unable to control her actions.
Defense attorneys say there was no clear motive, while the other side alluded to Letecia Stauch's alleged jealousy of Gannon's biological mother.
His only crime was that he loved his mom more than his stepmom.
The evidence was overwhelming.
That happened at any house that would have hurt, harmed, murdered, done anything to anyone.
Because everything that I've looked at in this case, when you see the blood spatter on the wall, you see a big pool in the corner.
Okay.
You see your shoes that we've collected with Gannon's blood on the bottom of them.
Okay.
The jury deliberated for less than a day before returning with their verdict. Guilty on all counts.
Letecia Stauch, accused of murdering her 11-year-old stepson Gannon back in January of 2020.
At sentencing, the judge addressed Letecia directly. He called her evil personified. Then he sentenced her to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Murder in the first degree of a child under 12 years of age by a person in a position of trust. Child abuse resulting in death.
The courtroom grew silent as Gannon's family gave their statements. His father called his son a hero, remembering his love for video games and his gentle smile. His mother spoke through tears, saying she would never forget his kindness. The grief was unbearable.
This person, the stepmom that I even trusted, that she will pay 100% for this heinous thing she...
The camera lingered on the evidence board. A birthday picture, a school portrait, a family photo taken before everything collapsed. The story closed where it began.
He'd be 14 right now, going on 15.
Al Stauch says a new chapter of healing is starting in his life now that the murder trial of his ex-wife, Letecia Stauch, is over.
At a house on a quiet street, in a garage where the first signs were found, with a child who never walked back through the door. Justice was delivered, but the pain remains, and a community keeps a candle burning for an 11-year-old boy.